I make my just listed and just sold postcards in Canva and then I download it and then I switch it into Command. So it's a little bit easier from doing it in Command and you get to do your own design. So how I start out, I just do a custom size. And then you have to do, oh gosh, it's called pixels. No, I just kidding. And then to get those measurements, not quite sure what those are. But we'll go with that. So the measurements that you need.
So now you're in Command, creating, okay.
Yeah, but we'll go over that later.
Okay.
Do you do your direct mail through the campaign in Command?
But I upload my own custom template. So the measurements are right here. So you can do inches, but I just like easier.
So right now you're just figuring out creating your template in Canva with your pixels.
So
Cool.
those are the,
Wait, hold on. 1875.
what was that? Oh, yeah, we're just creating the template right now.
Do you have a Canva account? Okay.
Okay, and then we're now what?
Oh, I think we're just getting there.
Oh, got it.
Are you on Canva or?
Okay. Is you create it normally, or Instagram post there or just
So for the one that I use, I just do a custom size right here, but you can pretty much whatever you want. So if you wanted to do the Instagram post, you can do it, but you just have to switch the size and resize. But you also need to have Canva Pro to be able to do that. And you would just have to switch it.
no appearance?
So now you can kind of do whatever you want, what we do.
So you created this now. You created it with the size and I just didn't see it. Okay, so you created a new template with the size.
Yeah.
Awesome. And now you've got your blank slate right there.
Yep.
Perfect.
And so in Command, you can have a front and back side. So you could just add a page right away because you're gonna need a front and back. So add like text. So we do what we do. But we say just listed. And we always put it like at the top somewhere. So this is kind of what we're going for. This is what we make, and then the back has like a little saying, all of our contact info, and then the QR code goes to our link tree. So
If you don't have a link tree, another option would be like to your agent site so that they could put in their contact information.
Or
Or it could be,
Instagram.
yeah, it could be to anything, right? So you don't have a link tree. Yeah.
and there are free QR code generators out there that are really easy to use too. But so to add like photos, you go to just upload any photo you want. We have a bunch in here, so
So can I ask a question, Courtney?
Yeah.
So since you showed us your Canva homepage, right? With all of your postcards in there already.
Yeah.
So now that you do one, you just open up that postcard and just populate these pictures and the address and like that's it.
Yep, so to make it easier, so when we have, say, a just listed, you can make a copy of it and then just type in the, 3, 4 bedroom.
And the backside like never changes.
So the backside is the same for just sold and just listed.
And this is pretty common, what yours look like every time you send them out.
So this is what our just listed look like all the time. And we sometimes do like, I could find it. Like, or you just go into this shape. And
Okay, let's go back to making your template. Sorry. But so right now, this is like live doing the slide. So create your template to make it easy. So like down the next time you need it, you just make that copy and it takes you 5 minutes instead of, you know, this hour-long class, which will show you to be on Canva and also time here.
so say if you wanted to add your shapes, you go into elements on the side here, the left-hand side. And you can add in like lines, squares. So that's kind of what I did. I added lines, make it a little bit more cut up in a way. That's the same thing with what I did here. You can change the colors. Well.
Are those like 4-5 boxes that you put in, or how could you put in like those things next to each other like that? Yeah.
So this is one big rectangle, the gray space. And then these are just little lines that I put in.
Can you show that like on your template?
So if we wanted to do like a little. You can make them as long as you want, like, and then you can do like transparency, which just kind of color change a little bit. But then to add the text, you go here and then you just type in. And then it kind of takes a little bit to fiddle around with. So like see those purple lines, that means it's even with like the gray square, if that makes sense.
The middle.
So
of it.
yeah, you just have to look at the lines and it'll tell you. So once I go and add the line is right here. Put it on the-
Oh,
Then have it lined up. And once you add another box, it'll tell you how far apart they are, which is really nice. That's what I use a lot. And to make the spacing even.
And then you just go copy that same line that you already have instead of like going to that line. again,
Right,
you just
yeah,
copy.
and then you just. Even with 76.
And then can you show us how you copy that line and like do the next one?
Like this.
The line, sorry.
Oh. So you just click on it, and I just do Control C, then Control V. To copy. And then if you want to, another trick that. You can connect all of these 3 together, so Click one, hit shift, click all of the letters, that group. You can group them together. And then you can position it and go into the center, so it's all centered. Which it would look better if there's a lot more on there, but for photos, if you type in frames, let's say if we get rid of this photo, you type in a frame. So now every time you copy this whole postcard, you can just upload any photo into it. Which is really nice instead of like having to like resize. Just size this however you want.
And that's a frame,
Yep.
like a picture frame.
If I were to make a copy of this whole postcard, I could just throw in a photo that I already have or upload it from OneDrive or something like that.
And that same gray bar that you made on the bottom, you could make angled at the top, like if you wanted to say open house or something.
Yeah. So if we get another box, want to get it a little bit thinner, move it. And like push these out.
Got it. Oh, and it just shapes to the sides of them. Got it.
Yeah. Takes a little bit to go around with, but
We have questions online. And then do you save this as something like your just list a postcard?
so that's a good. So once I'm all finished with it and I'm ready to go into Canva, you go to share and you put download. And PNG is just fine to use. You don't need to switch that. And you want both pages to have the back page too. So download, all that's good. Once you download it, you're gonna wanna. So it's a zip file because there's more than one photo in it. So you just have to extract it.
Or you can also download it one page at a time.
That's just. And these are the two that you would use for. For the.
So this is, you have your postcard, now you're gonna, in Command, create your postcard, and through Command, they are gonna mail them out.
Yeah, you want me to go with that?
Sure.
So this is what we do.
And so Canva's kind of all about playing around with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think once you make it, then you save it and then you can put different pictures.
Yep, and you just make different copies. It in the hang of it, it will take like less than 5 minutes.
You can also look up in Canva, like you, I don't know, maybe you discussed this before I got here. Type in just listed postcard and then
Also do that.
just change wording.
So if you go into design on the top left corner and just type in just the postcard, you can just say if you like this one. Click on it. And then you can go in and change
Your own wording, yeah.
Yep. Change
Your
the
picture.
photos, change the colors. And that's basically the same thing as like doing this. So. Yeah, the back. But to do the actual campaign and send it out. We do. you have
Can
to-
I pause you for a second?
Yep.
How did you get to campaigns?
Did you go
sorry.
to the campaign stuff?
So this is, this is at home. Okay, so campaigns is to the left. Once it's like, phones. And you just go and create campaign on the top right. Then direct mail. Name. Whatever you want. And we always do attract listings. We do this because we have our own postcard and our own design, but if you go into advertise listing, you can just
Is that for advertising someone else's listing?
this could be yours.
Okay.
You just go into select listing. And then do.
Last one.
Oh.
Yeah, I wrote
I
one
can give
down.
you an address.
It has to like match it oh, there you go.
So you can select any listing. Let's say if you just want to select it, it'll fill in everything. Like, oh, why this isn't going down?
It's not letting you click on upload a custom template.
It's not letting me like scroll down. There's like other stuff under.
This is just trying to search for it.
Hold on. Click that on your laptop. Or like this thing bar on the side of the right. Get it.
Is it over?
You can add like a photo, and the photo would pop up right here, and then change. If you're, see.
Is it over 100%? Like, is the screen too big or something that it's on the outside of the screen? So right now you're creating a campaign for social media. No.
Or be mailed out.
Got it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So direct mail.
You have to put it through command. Can you just make the postcard on Canva and send it out that way?
No, because then you'd have to get your own addresses. In command, it just pulls the 100 or 200 closest houses to that listing. And it just sends them out. So you have to get your own addresses.
You can also do it through, like, do you do it right now through the MLS? You upload your thing through there to get addresses?
Or you more,
Never sent a post.
or you send it to your sphere.
I send it to my sphere, yeah.
So this is if you wanted to do around your new listing.
Yeah.
All the addresses.
And the MLS also, if you like, you can type in, through, I wanna say, with your postcard, you can type in the address and then all the addresses around that one will come up, but you still then have to like export them and then put them in labels and put on the labels where through command, like it's just done.
Yeah.
Campaign. So, did it go down for you?
No, if I could
Okay.
scroll down.
Um, So I went, oh, you're in, you did, maybe I went to mine scrolled down, I can go over there quick. But which one did you do? Attract listings? Or advertise listings?
Let's do a track.
Give you the name.
What's the difference again between the attract and
Advertise.
Yeah.
Attract, we put in our own address, the one that we want it emailed to or mailed by. And it's just a little bit easier to use your own design.
Okay.
Of Canva.
Okay.
Okay, let me get mine. Down.
Advertise would be more like the command template.
Okay, let me see. Do you wanna maybe plug mine one in and we'll see if that makes a difference?
So you upload, so when you downloaded your designs from before, you just upload the front, back, then click save. And
You actually do one, so I can see what it looks like.
Oh, yours is on.
Oh, just kidding.
Why don't you just, can you just log into Zerk's account from this computer?
You're gonna,
yeah, because I can just email you this. It's a lot easier than that.
I feel like it's supposed to take way less time. Tell somebody when you're writing it, and then. Yeah, do you wanna afford it? AW, LA. Okay. Keep creating your Canva awesome postcard while we,
Literally.
to the back side and blank.
Backside corner. Yeah, so I created the backside too. Which,
Yeah, I'll go into that in a sec, cause I can go to our Canva. Yeah, we'll do that in a sec.
so. Do. So I just drag it over. market center is here, which you have to put the 400 over in the suite number. The zip code. Oh.
Like, it's too long.
Don't say it's wrong. And then for targeting, that's where you wanna put the address, or you can also target to your database. But local targeting, we found that that gets a lot more listings for us. So then you just type in the address
The home
of the home that you
on the, yep, and on the postcard.
and then we only do 100. That's just the number we chose.
Okay, and then did you guys see how it gives you your price per card right there? And that includes like mailing it out and everything?
Yep. Save. And configure targeting. 360, yeah. And so you can see all the little blue dots are the houses it can be sent to. You can, if you want to zoom in, if you don't want to send it to the actual house, which we do, but don't have to, you can just click remove. You can do that to any of these houses, remove them, and it'll add another house into it. The 100 that you're selling it to, or if you just want to sell the single family, do that, multifamily, and but we just do all, and we don't mess with any of this stuff. Then we always send it to our company addresses to have records of it. Then that's what it's going to look like. Top. Total order. You just put in your email, card, then it's big, and then it'll go out within typically 5 to 7 days, but sometimes they're a little quicker, sometimes they're a little slower. It's just usually goes out after a week and a half for sure.
Can you scroll up a little bit? Where did, oh, so is that the address there that it's going to? Like kind of above the return address? Next to postage.
So that the Keller Williams.
Yeah, would that would be like, right here would be like the address of the place it's
Oh.
being mailed to?
Yeah.
Got it. So did you just leave that spot open on your postcard? So you have to
Yeah.
remember to do that.
We can switch back if you want
So
to.
you have to remember to
Yeah.
leave that open. And then it just gets mailed automatically from Command to 100, to those 100 homes that were selected
Correct.
for $95.
Yep.
Interesting.
I have to go backwards for a second. How did you get your, if I have my Canva thing designed, how did you get it into the these funds? You drag it over?
Oh,
Yeah, how did you get that?
So
that
see how
design?
down, you can
So-
also browse, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
She just dragged it from the download button up there.
Yeah, because we just downloaded it.
But you could browse
But
your,
to browse, yep, you can go to.
it's just my thing,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
And you always have to do upload or custom. Right? The default. We don't play with those.
okay, I was on default.
Okay. Yep.
and so you would do, and we'll show you how to do this, like if you created the postcard in Command. But then if you wanted to send that postcard out, it is actually the exact same steps. You first download the postcard that you made in Command, and then you come into Campaign and you just re-upload it. So you don't like go get you could maybe go get a template from there, but it does, the directions have you download it and then upload it into a campaign. So it's very similar to doing it in Canva.
That work, Jessica?
Yes.
So if you were gonna do this for an open house or a coming soon or something like that, or an open house that you would plan in your head for it to take 7 days for those to go out, so that way you mostly just and just
Right, and like, we don't do. I don't know.
Postcards?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why we don't. We just do just sold them. But for sure can.
And you do it, you always do them in the neighborhood, then just listed and just sold. And as soon as it goes pending, as soon as it goes, then you would send out that same, pretty similar postcard with it just sold to those same
As soon
people?
as it closes,
To those,
when it,
okay,
yeah.
when it closes, to those same people that you sent that just listed to, or pretty similar?
pretty similar, yeah. Kind of depends who Command picks go to.
But if you had an open house plan 2 weeks in advance in a neighborhood,
You could for sure do it.
you could for sure do it.
go, you just open up your backside of your card from here, or do you wanna? Hi. That's sweet, maybe fun. So then you just have text boxes kind of where you want on your actual,
I
if
can
someone
show-
were
I can
just
show that.
creating it.
Yep. Are we good with the Command part?
Sending the campaign.
Yeah, that's,
So, I'm also gonna go ahead, I'm gonna write this on here too.
Command, or is it not scrolling down in everything?
it's just Command. I don't know why.
I gotta be log back in there, it'll be fine.
I'm sure it's because I'm plugged in. I don't think that worked last time I did a presentation. If I remember right.
Hey, Courtney, would you be able to help someone if they just came and asked you a question?
Oh, sure.
Sure, yeah,
Yeah, my office is like literally right.
out that
Cross.
door, and you would be willing to,
Yeah. From the back side. So I just have, this is a whole text box. This is a text box, and these are just photos. And I guess arrow in.
and so you just know to leave the bottom, what right corner blank,
And it was just a trial and error.
got it, and
And
that's where it goes,
The first one was just fine, so like,
got it.
so. Um,
And that's always the back that you use.
And the two, just on the board here, answers.kw.com, I go here all the time. You typed in create postcard and design, it would take you to step by step to doing it in design. Similar to, what you want to do in design. And then create direct mail campaign would walk you through what Courtney just did to create that mailer, in design or, through the campaign and in Command. So you can always type stuff in there and it'll give you step by step so that, direct mail campaign it'll walk you through that.
I have, a sheet where like it goes step by step. That document I made that I can
Perfect. That's awesome. Here, can we just, since you have this template right up here, can we add a page and then go just how you need the checkbox? And to just set up the
Yeah,
your
so
format, and people can do it. Yeah.
the text.
Shall we say like Alex?
And like. So we did. So to get it to the left, all on that side right there. With the box. And so to this alignment. That's, and then you can also. If you wanna have the lines further apart. And. So by doing this. And then the letter spacing can also. Be a little bit further apart, so it's easier to read. And for the. Photo, I mean, I just,
Do you always use those,
the frames. Mainly,
much?
yeah, because I sometimes switch them out, like, with different photos of the twins, or new photos and stuff. We're gonna put a house. And then, for the other text box, I just put it even, sure. I just said it. That's fine. And then you can make it bigger, and then I'll probably. Yeah, I just kind of put it off to the side as much as I could. For the postage stuff. And then to get our logo, I just it's forever I can find it. And then for the arrow, so if you go into elements, you can just search. And then you can also change the color too.
So the first time, there's a lot of playing around, right? To
And
get
the
it the
first
way you
time,
want it
yes.
to look.
But once you get it done, the only thing you change is the address, the photos, and the specs. That's it, which is so nice. And then you just share, download, send it.
So when you went on Canva, did you go do a specific size of postcard?
So,
Okay, 'cause that's why mine isn't downloading on command, it's, right, not postcard. I'm trying to use an old, like,
And
flyer
this,
that I
yeah,
use.
go back to
So
where you
if you
showed us
want
that.
to,
She showed
you
us,
can just resize the design and do a custom size. And switch it to
I-
So I think you were, yeah, so she showed us like first she went to command and found the size that she needed, and then she did a custom size, just created her postcard that way.
So it could have
now
been-
you can
Here.
resize it.
or you could do inches.
Are you in Canva or command?
that one,
I
was-
would be in Canva.
Canva,
I
okay,
was just looking at the.
got it.
So you can do custom size,
Oh, I
type it in, And then the units, if you're doing the 2775 number, you have to be in pixels and not inches.
You can go in and change the size after you're working on it.
Yeah. Just think.
And you always
Sure.
want to take the size from Command to be able to get it to download correctly in Command, to be able to do the campaign.
Yeah, because sometimes even my designs don't fit into Command and they just switch sometimes in Canva, which is quite annoying, but something you can't really do. You just have to resize it.
And always go with the size that are in Command.
Yep.
Do you have anything? Should we use full time to show how to do it design? Do you guys have more questions on Canva, or do you want to see how to also create a postcard in design in Command?
I know how to do Canva, I just didn't know how to fit in.
So did you get it figured out? Does it
Yeah,
work now?
I'm resizing now.
Yeah, go to Command.
Again.
Thanks, Courtney.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That was
That
so
was really great.
helpful.
And so, I don't know off the top of my head, do you know how much Canva Pro costs?
I thought it was $10.
$120 a year. About $10.
Yeah.
So, let's say you don't want to spend that money, but you have another option. So we'll go over that here quick too. It'll pull up, okay. So once you're in Command, if you go to designs here, you want to create a design. And we're gonna create a print because it's a mailer, right? We're gonna have it as a print. Hit next. And then all of our templates are gonna come up, okay? So we wanna go to listings and we're gonna choose just listed or just sold, so we can click just sold. And then we wanna go to standard postcard. Oh yeah,
Wait,
so-
Command.
Okay, great.
You create
Not yet, first I'm just creating my design.
So
So I
design,
in Command, where did you design?
Yep, so go to this paintbrush here. On the side.
Oh, okay, got it.
Right here.
still in campaign.
Oh, yep, so,
Okay.
sorry. Yep, so go to, so campaign is here, so we're gonna go make a design first. Then I'm gonna go create my design. And I'm gonna create a print design. Then all these templates come up, right? But I wanna go to, like my listings drop down here. And then I'm gonna click on just sold, but still from before. Then I'm gonna click on standard postcard. So you can do like a social media square, you can do a door hanger, do a flyer, but we're gonna do a postcard. So then all of these templates come up, so I can pick something out from here that I wanna change.
and these
So-
templates are in everyone's thing and pre-made.
Yep. So then, let's say, so if you hover over it, it'll show you the front and then it'll show you the back. So you can see like this one is actually pretty similar to the one that, Courtney was making in Canva, so let's just use this one, so it kind of looks the same. So then once you're in here. Once I'm in here, it's very similar to Canva if you're used to Canva. You can click on here and you can, instead of saying, the one that got away, I wanted to just say. I'll just start a new text box.
So it started it down here, and I can just type in. Just sold. And then. I have to download it somewhere.